Yeah.
Just sign off and say that we are now going public.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get
probably
this orange thing that says live.
Yes, I do believe we're live now.
Okay.
Okay, but give us the link so we can share this thing.
Yes, I'm now looking for the link. They move everything on me, and so now I'm all confused. Okay, here is the event page. That is going up into our chat real quick. And I will open up a Twitter page to tweet that out. See, we have the most exciting beginning in the show ever, because right away it's us just staring down and typing furiously, saying, "Here is the link if you'd like to join us live."
Oh, by the way, I have a cold, and now I'm at the part of the cold where I have a cough.
Yes.
And I don't have a cough button, and I kind of don't believe in cough buttons.
You do too have a cough button.
I don't care.
Big
I don't care.
black
I will cough.
dot.
I will cough. You will listen to it, and you will enjoy it.
Right under there's a glowing blue dot on your microphone. Immediately under it, there's a black button. You just tap that, and it mutes your microphone.
Not gonna do that.
No.
No, I will cough. You will enjoy my cough. This is not a regular cough. This is O cough.
Oh, we're being rude to our guests. Our guests, and by our guests.
The damn link?
Yes.
Yeah, where's the link, dude?
It's the how.
Wow.
Oh, there's a weird echo going on because I clicked the link. Okay, I thought you guys were asking. Wait, everybody has the link, right?
No. Give it to us.
I just tweeted it.
Oh, okay. So we're supposed to go to Twitter,
and it should have shown up in the chat as well, but it did not show up in the chat. Yes, had sources? What is that nonsense? Comment tracker. Where is our chat? That's our chat button. Ah!
Okay, I'm just retweeting, but the thing is you also have to post it on Facebook.
We have some fun technical difficulties as every button got moved around by Google over the past 2 weeks. But hey!
They changed stuff, huh?
They changed stuff. So let's start the show. This is the Scallywags Sketchcast. I, as always, am the Pokemon Master, Dern. And with me, as always, is the Art Monkey, O Abnormal. And today we have a special guest, Jamie Angry Zen Master Noguchi.
Hello.
Jamie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Like, if I had a top 10 of men I'd go gay for, Jamie's up there.
I guess.
You know, my girlfriend is also named Jamie.
That is a true fact.
Yeah.
So O could be saying the same thing, and I couldn't tell what Jamie is talking
I could yell your name in bed, and I can get away with it.
All right, gentlemen.
It's pretty awesome.
Really quickly, I don't know why I started talking to you first. We have a clock this time out because we have a guest. We want the two of you to be drawing at the same time, and we're going to start the clock now.
All right.
Okay, and we put 90 minutes on the clock, and what you guys are going to be doing is you're going to be drawing. We'll check in with the clock periodically. We're looking at O's screen right now, and you guys are both going to be doing a 90-minute sketch, and tonight's theme is Halloween. Halloween. Halloween.
This is Halloween.
And we have Jamie starting over on this screen too. I'll periodically switch between the two, but Jamie Noguchi, you were hands down our short list of when we wanted to start this show. We wanted to put you on the show as soon as possible, as opposed to other short lists, which we were also talking about. Yeah, you show up on those too. But as we're looking at this. Your history of webcomics. You didn't tell me not to talk about anything, so let's talk about Titanium Moose.
Oh, God. That's a thing that no one should ever look up, ever. If you want to see everything that is wrong with webcomics, go to Titanium Moose.
Okay, let me go through a short list of webcomic sins that I do not accept. And let's see if you made them with Titanium Moose.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Copy pasting.
Oh no, I didn't do that.
Oh, then okay, right there you got like a leg up.
It's a leg, yes.
What do I want to do? Okay, so copy pasting, no. Text walling.
Actually, no, I didn't do any of those.
Bad update schedule.
Titanium Moose actually had a regular update schedule.
So what was so bad about Titanium Moose?
Terrible lack of artistic value.
It had that. It was all like weeaboo stuff, like really weeaboo-ish anime jokes.
But were you at least trying? I mean, what was it? I mean, was this like mediocre stuff, or were you at least? Or are we talking about something that you just weren't as good back then?
I mean, I guess I look at it as a development kind of thing. I don't like.
Are you in a state?
I will be 100% honest. I've seen a bit of Titanium Moose. It is not that bad, especially when compared to so many other beginner webcomics out there. I find such delight in the shame that a man that normally has no shame has for this comic. It is such a weird situation for me.
Well, it's awful. I mean, I don't care if people read it. I just think it's terrible. So
it is by no means an accurate judge of your work, because how long ago was that?
Early 2000s, I think.
Yeah, I mean, as far as webcomics go, you're an old timer.
Yeah,
aren't we all?
For those that are tuning in and wondering who the hell is Jamie Noguchi. From there, I believe your next webcomic was Earthworld, correct? Or was there one in between?
Let's see. No, there was one in between. I stopped Titanium Moose because I made the cardinal sin of like writing about people I knew, and so one of the stars of the comic was my ex-wife. So when I got divorced, I kind of stopped updating the comic because it was like, well, I don't really feel like writing about my wife anymore, and I didn't want to do the thing of like killing her off. So I stopped doing webcomics for a while. I worked in the comic industry as a colorist for a bit, and then I eventually got out of that, and I decided that I wanted to start up another webcomic. So that's what Angry Zen Master was.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I always associate that with being your blog, which it later morphed into. But
yeah, but it was originally a movie comic about like bad movie puns and movie jokes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My observations about the movie industry and the terrible things it was doing.
Now, I want to note from an art standpoint, I'm noticing that both you guys are both laying down your silhouettes first and kind of mapping out what space you want to work with. Yeah. Is that what I'm seeing?
On this side, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People right now are just seeing a timer. So.
No, they aren't. They shouldn't be.
Well, no. You haven't made it so that it doesn't switch automatically to whoever's talking.
It doesn't switch automatically to whoever's talking. It switches to whoever I'm toggling their screen up for. I'm acting as director.
So I'm seeing a timer
right now we're looking at Jamie Noguchi's screen, and you probably have my screen clicked on the bottom of your page. Is there a blue circle around the timer?
It was switching back and forth. Anyway, that's really not.
It's fun stuff, yes. I'm looking at Jamie's right now, and I'm guessing there's a chance that you're drawing a kaiju right now. There's a chance.
Hopefully it'll be more clear as I get through this, but
yes.
I'm just trying to get shapes down.
Okay, and then we toggle back over to O's, and we're looking at a hangman at the moment.
Yep.
Yes. After your season of Earthworld, you did then finally started off on your own, your current webcomic, Yellow Peril.
Yep.
What inspired you to start doing Yellow Peril?
I actually had the idea for Yellow Peril back in the Titanium Moose days. I just didn't think I was up to... I didn't have enough experience in life in general to do what I wanted to do, I guess. So I kind of just let it slip. But if you go back and troll the Titanium Moose archives, you'll see some of the old Yellow Peril strips. They're terrible. But a lot of the ideas are there, the formative ideas.
And it's kind of, I would describe it as The Office, but a more modern. You're not paper salesman. You're actually doing something that is more likely to be modern office environment. In that they're a government contractor, more or less. And in fact, that's not true because they do civilian contracting as well, web design and gay porn sites and lots of other things.
Yeah, well, not with their original agency, but yeah, when they branch off and do their own thing.
Mm-hmm. Is there some weird, almost fantasy desire about writing about a group of people breaking off and starting their own company?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And what does that say?
I've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I was going to say, what does that say that that's our fantasy? Like, I've seen it with a lot of other people that this is their fantasy too, is to work for themselves. And so many other comics are fantasy fulfillment where you've got double D chested chicks or super muscle bod dudes or the ability to fly or turn invisible. For us, it's to start our own business.
I think it just says a lot about what you masturbate to.
Yeah.
Like, some people masturbate to double D chicks, and you masturbate to Office.
Strong female characters and witty dialogue and emotional.
Oh, look at you, all serious and stuff.
Yes. Oh, God, that's so good. Mm.
Yeah, there's a whole subgenre of porn for that.
Yeah. By the way, we should probably point out that O is going to do his best to get as much of his swearing out this week, because next week we are going to attempt to do a PG-13 show.
Which I am not happy.
PG-13, huh?
Yeah.
So, like, you can say one fuck and then as much shit as you want.
Yeah, we get shit, we get one fuck, and I believe if we go by 1980s definition, we get one gratuitous tit shot as well.
Oh, we can say tit, right?
I think we can. But we'll have to bank that one.
Are there rules like that I can read?
No, they're not. Especially since we're using the MPAA. Is that the right? Motion Picture Association of America. Since we're using their rules, they've never written down exactly what equates a R rating or a PG-13. They
so
always
it's basically
do it.
Whatever they want.
It's completely subjective, and it changes drastically from each 5-year period, basically.
That's awful.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So there's no guideline I can use to know what I can say and what I cannot.
I'm pretty much going to suggest that George Carlin wrote a very good guideline that maybe we should avoid his words. Yeah.
I should avoid his words. Okay.
Mm-hmm. His 7 favorite words. Yeah.
The 7 deadlies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that sucks. That sucks. Well, fuckity fuck.
All right. Well, thinking of things that make us swear, I did mention that I wanted to make this a part of the shtick. We have a countdown clock going right now. It's at 1 hour, 19 minutes and change. And while we were prepping for the show, O was mentioning that it's really just a matter of time before someone gives him a phone call during the middle of the recording.
Yeah, you see, what happens is, I don't know how it goes with your parents, but there's something. I mean, my parents are not like Luddites completely. Mm-hmm. They're not the kind of parents that call me constantly to ask me for tech support or stuff like that. And I know a lot of people do have those kind of parents. Right. My parents are not like that. But there are certain concepts that somehow they fail to grasp. And one of the concepts they fail to grasp is that if I tell them that I'm busy and like I'm in a class, a virtual class, or doing a show like this or whatever, they know that they're not supposed to call, but what they do is they call anyway, and as soon as I answer, they ask me if I'm in the show. So I tell them I'm in the show, and they just say like, "Oh, okay, sorry." and then they hang up.
Okay, I'm going to throw this out here. Let's put a bit of a bet into tonight's show. Let's put in the time pool of when we think this call is going to show up.
Well, I wouldn't suggest you bet on it, because there is a very remote possibility that they might not call, and the reason for that is because, again, it's a holiday tomorrow.
Oh man! So this would make. Let's see. This is now the 11th month out of the year. I'm going to guess it's the 30th holiday you've had.
Oh, it's Colombia, man. Colombia, second country in the world with most holidays.
Okay. That being said, so what you're saying is you're saying no call.
Well,
that's your bet tonight.
I don't know. It's a possibility.
Well, let's let our guest pick the first number.
Oh,
Anywhere between.
shit.
We have an hour and 17 minutes left, so we'll go by how much time is left in the sketch.
I guess it's a half hour left. We'll get a call.
Okay, 30 minutes for Jamie Noguchi. I'm going to go with 45 minutes.
And I'm going to go with no call.
And no call.
Yeah.
Listeners at home, feel free to comment in. When do you think the call is going to come in? We'll make a note. Also, those listening through the YouTube channel, feel free to ask questions through the YouTube comment. I do have that window open, so if you have a question for either O or Jamie Noguchi, or if you're weird, me, we'll be more than happy to answer those.
Okay.
Right now,
I think maybe the users need... Wait, we already talked about my cough. So.
O has a cough. He is potentially dying. I am slightly nervous about this.
Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why I have a cough?
Why do you have a cough?
Wait, what are you imagining here?
I'm just...
Like, how can this annoy you so much?
I don't know... Okay.
What are you imagining?
The last couple times that I let you... I know you, and I know you've got a slightly prepared rant in your head. But the first time it happened, it involved our nutsacks. The second time it happened, it involved smegma. And now I'm just trying to figure out where's the cough going.
Unfortunately, it has nothing to do with my nutsack, with smegma, or with a word I've had stuck in my head all week, and I don't know why, which is titty fart.
Titty fart. Titty fart.
Yeah.
I have been starting to refer to to burps as mouth farts.
Oh, look at you! You're such a dad. Anyway, that's totally boring, by the way. Don't do that again. Nobody wants to know. Anyway, no, this week was Halloween, and as you guys know, I do amateur makeup, right? So I didn't have any clients for this Halloween because honestly, October sucked for me. October was not a good month. I mean, so much stuff going on and none of it good. So, you know, hallelujah, October's over, and I didn't get like an opportunity to do like any promoting of my makeup arts or anything like that during the month. So come Halloween, I had no clients, and the day before I get a call. So it's this one woman asking me like, hey, you know, I'll admit it, she sounded kind of hot. so she starts talking to me, and you know, she wants some makeup. She wants to do some zombie makeup. I'm always up for zombie makeup. I love it. So yeah, you know, she, okay, how much do you charge? Whatever, blah 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 blah, for tomorrow. And in the conversation, I already said, of course. And it becomes clear in the conversation that it's not for her. It dawns on me that it's not makeup for her.
Okay.
But at this point, I already said yes. So unless it's
can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
How big was her boyfriend?
Nah.
Okay.
That would have been... No. You see, I was just hoping for it to be something that I could objectively just say, look, no way.
I have a second theory as to what it was, and I'll let you finish to where you get to there.
Okay. So eventually I just ask her, like, okay, who is it for? And she says, it's for my 12-year-old brother.
I was close. I was going for straight up kid, but yeah.
Something I am very much tempted to just say, oh, one of our listeners is saying through Facebook, by the way, don't send me messages on Facebook.
Turn your Facebook off.
No,
it's on
the tablet, yeah, right next to us. No. Just send them through the chat room like a normal person.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. They're saying that it has an echo.
It has an echo?
Yeah.
I would ask them to check, do they have 2 YouTube windows open, maybe?
Okay. But anyway, I can hear myself.
You can?
Yeah, I can.
That is weird. Hold on a second. I'm going to mute you guys, and I'm going to... Well, can I mute you guys without muting the broadcast? I'm going to try something real quick. I'm going to do some science and just unmute the YouTube cast from my headphones real quick.
So eventually I just ask her. Okay. And she says it's for my 12-year-old brother. Wow.
Yeah, that is a bad echo. Jeez. I don't know if we were just doing dead air there for a second, but what is making that echo? Where is it? Do I have an extra window open that I'm not aware of? Or is it just Google Hangouts being a tool to us?
Everything is possible, Dern.
Yes. One thing I will do is I'm going to move my microphone over here. Maybe that'll help.
Okay.
Is anybody still getting an echo?
Well, yeah, I can still hear myself.
You can still hear yourself.
It's not very loud, though. But what about... Did Jamie die? It was about to happen.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was a big echo.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, he's probably in a stadium, but that's just because, he's that famous and awesome.
Yeah. His office is a giant stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a giant dark hole.
Yeah. And people just, like, call and ask him to kind of, like, show more butt crack when he sits at the table and stuff like that. Are you showing enough butt crack right now, Jamie?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So hot.
Okay, the audience is saying far better on the echo.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Okay. So anyway, she says it's for her 12-year-old brother. Now, anybody that knows me knows I despise children. I think they are the worst thing that ever happened. I hate children.
Obsidian Abnormal, illustrator of 3 children's books.
I don't have to deal with them.
Yeah, he doesn't have to read it to them.
Yeah. No, actually, that's one of the reasons people tell me I do so well with children's products, because I am a child myself, and I don't like children. I hate them.
Mm-hmm.
But at that point, I mean, in my hatred of children, I am very much aware that this is not normal.
Oh, I definitely hear an echo.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Making sure my headphones are all in tight here. That's in. Anybody got a loose cable, maybe?
A loose cable? What are we running here? Like a 60s computer or something?
Well,
with a bunch of buttons going beep, boop, beep?
It makes no sense why we have any echo at all right now.
Like, how's the cable going to be loose from here to the USB plug?
Well, if it was loose, it wouldn't even be picking us up. Yeah. And the thing is, it's got to be my microphone that's picking it up. I could even try. Let's talk sideways, maybe. This probably makes me sound terrible.
No, it doesn't. You sound just the same.
Just the same?
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I echoing?
Nope.
So, okay, what probably is happening then is that you guys are getting picked up through my headphones somehow. Try to see if I can turn you guys down. Okay.
Okay, so anyway, I'm aware that my hatred of children is not normal. Like, it's normal not to like kids. I know a lot of people that don't like kids, but the way I hate them is not normal. Like, I really, really hate them. So, by that moment of the conversation, I just can't say, like, no way, you're not going to bring kids to my house. So I'm pretty much, my hands are tied by then. And I have to say, yeah, sure, whatever, bring your brother.
Mm-hmm.
So next day, but I do tell her, like, okay, they'll take this the wrong way, but please don't send him alone.
Yeah.
And I figure, that makes a lot of sense. Don't send the 12-year-old that I don't know alone to my house. So anyway, next day he shows up, and the day before she's telling me, yeah, I'll go with my friends or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, at the best case scenario, maybe at least they have a couple of hot chicks here for the afternoon or whatever. Nope. The guy shows up with some dude. I don't know who he was. And the best part is on a motorcycle, which no, I mean, it sounds pretty irrelevant when you until you consider that he was here to have his makeup done, and then by law he has to wear a helmet. So yeah, he shows up, I do his makeup, and of course, Snot-Lowe's little brat gives me a cold. And
the 12-year-old
gives me a fucking cold, and here I am. See, nothing good comes from children.
For Halloween. That's just terrible.
I mean, kids. I think kids ruin Halloween, and I know you don't agree because they get dad and stuff.
Oh, you're talking to a dad who nearly beat up 20 kids with a flashlight on Halloween.
Oh, nice.
That's what happens. Oh, jeez. Can I dad rant very, very quickly?
Well, are you gonna gush on your kid?
No, I'm gonna talk to you about how most kids are snot-nosed brats that need to be beaten with a flashlight.
Awesome.
I live in a nice neighborhood, and it's off the way traffic-wise, so there's not a lot of cars coming in. Halloween night, we get fucking bombarded by families. Like, they start trucking into our neighborhood to, like, hit our candy stash. And I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm walking around with my son.
Like, we had candy.
No, there are idiots in my neighborhood that are giving away full-size bars. They're giving away, like, bags of potato chips. I'm like, what the hell? That was weird. Okay, and like, they have massive amounts of candy, and they're really only maybe like 12 or so kids in this neighborhood. So we ended up seeing like 50 kids throughout the night, and there was this one horde of like 20. And as my son, who is 3, is walking slowly up a driveway, he's still nervous about going up to strangers' houses and knocking on the door. The whole train of 20 just comes running by, nearly knocks him over into a bush, and just cuts straight in front of him. And I'm just sitting there with a mag light in my hand. A mag light is this... I
know what a mag light is.
Yeah, and with the D-cell battery mag light one. So it's a hefty fast light. And I'm just sitting there. I'm also sitting there with my Finn hero sword from Adventure Time in the other hand. So I'm just like, I'm ready to dual wield, and I will crack some little kids' skulls if they knock my kid over.
Wait a minute. Were you dressed as Finn?
Yes. I was
Finn. Had no intimidation whatsoever. Right.
Well.
I mean, you're still pretty big. Like,
I'm big.
You're tall no matter how you're dressed. But you're tall and dressed like Finn from Adventure Time.
So they're not paying attention to me at all. So, yeah, they're not paying attention to Frank, who's dressed up as Jake the dog. We had matching costumes. You thought it was the greatest thing ever. I do a lot for my kid.
You said you weren't gonna gush.
I can't. Sorry.
Okay.
Damn kids.
So continuing with the story.
This is kids ruining Halloween because they're running around like a bunch of animals, and I just want to like pull my kid indoors at that point.
But you didn't want to ruin Halloween for him.
Yeah, I stuck it out. I ended up doing a ton of houses in like a rainstorm. I was sopping wet, and we were just dead tired by the time we got home. He thought it was the greatest thing ever, and he has asked to go trick-or-treating every day since. I know this is our Halloween episode, but for posterity, I should point out that we are recording November 3rd. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, that's still a good thing to want to go trick-or-treating every day.
Yeah, he's ready to go again. Yeah.
Well, it's like, who wouldn't? I mean, I remember when I was a kid, the concept of Halloween just blew my mind. I mean, You mean all I have to do is wear a costume, knock on your door, and you give me candy? Which, by the way, I mean, I assume kids have not grown that stupid with time. Like, candy, it drives a kid wild. Like, the reaction of a regular kid, by the way, don't come to me with some, hey, I ain't know a kid that doesn't like candy. I don't give a fuck. I mean, the reaction a regular kid has to candy is just insane. Like I remember when I was in high school, we had to do this one thing where we would have to go to like poor neighborhoods and stuff like that, and it was the most insane thing ever because we would have to actually go and teach them about stuff like birth control and stuff like that, which is insane considering I was about 15. So that makes no sense. Like, I will not take birth controlling tips from a 15-year-old ever.
Like, seriously, no.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. Like, they would send us to poor neighborhoods to do this kind of shit, and some people would like actually have to go knock from door to door, like there's some sort of religious missionaries or something, talking to people about birth control and stuff like that. And the rest of us were supposed to like stay outside and entertain the children of the neighborhood. I got on children entertainment. That was my job. And I will never forget that the kids were like all looking very bored. Nobody really wanted to be there. Not the kids, not us. And suddenly one of my classmates comes up with a brilliant idea of telling the kids that he had gum. Holy
gum?
Yeah, just gum. And the kids go insane. Apparently, there's some connection between kids and gum that I don't understand, but the kids go way insane because they thought that this guy had gum. And then he tells the kids, he actually did this, that he would give gum to any of them that managed to kick my ass.
Oh, jeez.
So your friend was an asshole.
What? Well, it was his idea of a fun prank, and so he sends. It was about 20 kids or something in my direction, all just trying to take me down, take me to the floor and kick my ass, and that's kids and gum and candy in general. They just
that's
go
kind
insane.
of your friends and kids and gum.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's high school. Yeah. Yeah, that's.
A quick segue. Something I wanted to ask you about. I noticed you flipped horizontal axis. This was about 20 minutes ago, as it is. But
yeah, I'm just about to do it again.
Oh, is this something that you haven't? Have you decided which orientation you want to do on this, or is this making sure that you're just balancing it?
It's all about balance and coordinating everything. Basically, what happens is your brain gets used to seeing an image. The human brain is a very lazy machine, and it gets used to images that you're working on very quickly. And what happens is that the brain stops actually looking at the image, and it just starts building it with the information you already got in your brain. So the brain is not only very lazy, but it's also kind of stupid. So if you flip the image, the brain, your mind doesn't actually see the image as the image you were seeing before, but flipped. Your mind considers it to be a completely new image. So that way you can catch mistakes and composition and all that kind of stuff, which otherwise your brain is just going to get used to and not really perceive.
This is also the same factor why when you look at pictures of yourself, you don't like the way you look.
Well, it could also be because you're butt ugly, but yeah, sure.
Well, if you like the way you look in the mirror, but you look at a picture of yourself and it feels less flattering than what you looked like in the mirror, that's what's happening.
So what do you go for in the mirror, Dern? Is it like the whole Buffalo thing, Bill thing, where you're like,
oh, I'm damn sexy in the mirror,
and asking yourself if you'd fuck you, and then you go like, I'd fuck me, and is that what you do?
With the exercise routine and actually developing a lot more of my shoulders and pecs and abs lately, I have caught myself feeling myself up in the mirror a little bit lately.
Oh, please tell me you don't do it at the gym.
No.
Okay.
At the gym, I still am not in that good enough shape that I would. Let's say I'm never going to do that at the gym. But really private, I like the way I look in the mirror right now. I'm very proud of myself. But yeah, at the gym, I'm dealing with the fact that there's definitely like these dudes in their 60s that are just fucking jacked. And I'm like, that doesn't look right, and it bothers me.
Oh, there's one guy at my gym that I like to call him Yoda. Of course, I don't do it to his face, but the guy is like, I don't know how old he is, because I mean, your hair can turn white in your, like, it can even turn white in your 20s, so it's not really a something you can use to decide how old somebody is. But this guy is like, he looks like a slim Santa, you know, white beard, white hair, and he's there and he's lifting weights, and he's like the humiliating weightlifter kind that lifts like that. You know, he's on a machine and it's a machine you have to be on next, and as soon as you go and take it, you see how much he was lifting, and you're like, I don't think I can ever lift that much.
Well, I was gonna say it's humiliating to you, not to him. Okay.
Yeah. So thing is, the guy's like lifting these insane weights, like really lifting and stuff, and really impressive. And I see the guy for the first time, and I'm like, you know, that's kind of cool. You know, I wouldn't mind like being, I don't know, 70 or something, or whatever that guy is, and being in, you know, that good shape and all that kind of stuff. And he's not like really like jacked or anything. He looks like a normal 70-year-old dude that could just lift a lot of weight. So, you know, that's kind of cool. But then he walks from one machine to the other, and it's the Yoda effect. You know what that is? Where a guy can do like these amazing physical feats, but then when he's just gonna walk, he's like crippled.
That's an athlete that blew out all the cartilage in his knees.
The guy can barely walk from one machine to the other. Oh, you just ruined it for me. You made it like real. Like
I actually threw the science down on it.
It was so much more fun when it was like this guy just. I mean, he's got like this insane power, but he has to save it for when he's on the machines.
I like how I really have only looked away from Jamie's screen for about maybe 6 minutes at this point, and there has been drastic levels of change into what you're doing over here, Jamie. Like, it's just one of those, like, all of a sudden you just pull the thread, and it's like, and magic. And the thing is, I've been watching it in thumbnails, so I've been seeing like the detail get added and the development. How much of this is in your mind the moment you sat down, and how much of this is?
Well, the general shape, I guess, was there, but the rest of it's just, you know, fucking around.
Completely allowed. I'll allow it.
Jamie fucks around. So hot.
By the way, should we get out the, you know what, Jamie? Fuck your shit.
Oh, I already said fuck you to him today. It's a good thing to say.
Okay.
I sent him a message, and I said, you know, hey, Mr. Fuck You.
At some point, it's going to be a Candygram. Barbershop Quartet comes out, and fuck your shit. Fuck your shit. Fuck your shit.
I think there's few things in life that are as fun as telling Jamie Noguchi to fuck his shit.
Should we actually tell the story of fuck your shit?
Why not?
Was this the first time that O and Jamie had met?
Well,
it may have been.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so
was it Kineticon? Because probably Kineticon.
We met at Kineticon.
Yes, that would have been the first time you guys met. Last year, Kineticon, right?
I believe so, yes.
I believe so. And so at this point, you guys have probably only known each other for a matter of hours at that point. Who started it? Who threw the first fuck your shit?
Well,
it was definitely O.
Yeah, it sounds like me. Well,
the hesitation.
You do realize where I got the idea. Like, I can't take credit for the fuck your shit idea.
Oh, you don't know? I'm actually losing a geek reference. I feel a little bad.
No. You're not gonna feel sorry for not knowing this, because it's It's not like okay. When was our first Comic-Con? That was 2011?
You and me, when we were in the small press, that was 2011. Yeah.
Okay. So we're at our first Comic-Con, 2011.
Ah, okay, yes.
And we meet a guy there by the name of Fake Stan Lee.
Yes.
And I get home, and the guy was so passionate about his Fake Stan Lee thing that I'm thinking to myself, wow, I really want to know, like, what this guy does. He told me he had a YouTube channel, and I really want to, like, see what it is this guy is doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I turn on his channel, and he's got, like, this video of himself at Comic-Con walking around annoying people and just, like, doing, like, the whole annoying thing.
Being Stan Lee and being very brash and taking credit for things that he probably shouldn't be taking credit for.
Yeah, and that's what he was doing. Exactly.
Like the real Stanley.
Yeah, no, he's.
Yeah.
I mean that in terms of he's doing the Stan Lee character, and he honestly, it's this, taking characters that were probably created by Jack Kirby and taking credit for them. Like he's adding things about that a lot. Yeah.
So
he's playing that character well.
Yeah, so he is in the video walking around, going through like comic stands and going like, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. And eventually he walks up to, in the video of course, he walks up to Scott Kurtz's booth. And he starts knocking over Scott Kurtz's merchandise and saying, fuck your shit. And Kurtz is just sitting there looking at him like he's about to kill him, which I'm pretty sure Kurtz could do easily because he's not a small dude. I mean, he's this pretty big guy looking at this guy like he is just about to murder him. And the guy's just going like, fuck your shit, fuck your shit. And
That's funny.
I mean, at that moment, I found a sort of respect for Fake Stan Lee. It was kind of like, you made me laugh. You made me laugh with that. And so when I met Jamie Noguchi, actually, now that I remember, this was not the first time we had met. We had already met at Kineticon 2009.
Well, no.
No,
you were there?
Did?
Yes. I have actually Jamie mixed up with another creator that doesn't often do San Diego. That makes sense.
So we were at Kineticon 2009. That's when I first met him. But still, at the very next Kineticon I was, or the very next convention I was, where Jamie was, I went and saw his table, and I don't know. I mean, Jamie lays out all his stuff in a way that they're just so easy to knock off. to knock over.
You have some book stacks, you have some puppy cow.
Yeah, and they're all like just very precariously laid out. So, I just felt the urge to kind of knock his stuff over and tell him fuck your shit. And I've been doing it ever since. And it's just so satisfying. He really, if anybody listening to this ever meets Jamie Noguchi at a convention, I urge you, knock over his shit and say fuck your shit. You will be better for it.
Yeah, thanks.
I would also then recommend that you then buy some of his shit because he's got good shit.
Yeah, but fuck it.
Oh yeah.
Fuck it. Like buy it, then fuck it.
Yeah, fuck that puppy cow.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hope that there are no puppy cow furry stuff.
Wow, man, that got yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you, Jamie, one of my cats seems to have the hots for your puppy cow.
Which one?
That's all right.
Juki.
Animal on animal attacks are fine. It would be horrifying if I found somebody dressing up, paying money to buy to make a puppy cow costume, and then spent their time yiffing in it.
Well, I don't know, man. It's I think I'd be flattered. Like I would definitely love, like if anybody here is fucking in a War Tiger costume, I want to know about it. And send Dern pictures.
I'll make you see them if you make them. If they come to me, you're going to see them.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah. I mean, if anybody's fucking in a War Tiger suit, I want to know about it.
Mm-hmm.
I especially want to know how much it helped you orgasm more intensely, because I'm guessing it has to help.
Would it be Were-Tiger in his standard form or in his now stripy feral form?
I don't know. It can be either way. I mean, whatever rocks your boat. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you go for, Jamie? Would you rather have the stripy tiger or regular tiger, or eye patch or tiger?
I guess eye patch.
Oh, gotta go with the eye patch, huh?
It's got like this danger thing to it, huh?
It's like a furry Nick Fury.
Oh yeah.
Where did he get the eye patch from?
Well,
There's so much mystery.
Well, in the original storyline of Commissioned.
Wait, are you asking about where he got the eye patch as an object, or how did he become?
Well, no, like if you would want the mystery of the eye patch, like where did he get it from? How did it happen?
There's no mystery. That was actually a plot line from Commission back in like 2007, 2008. His eye popped out in the middle of battle. His teammates accidentally stepped on it, so made a nice squish. And he's had an eye patch as part of his design. But with the relaunch, we gave him both his eyes back, and it's sort of a running gag that almost every battle he's gotten hit in the eye, and always has one of those moments of, oh god, my eye, and like we keep daring ourselves to just pop his eye out and take it again, put him back in the eye patch. It's kind of like, for a great example of this is that Marvel just suddenly introduced a new character that gets revealed to be Nick Fury's Black Sun. And he's got two eyes. And you're looking at that guy like, dude, life sucks to be him, because he ain't going to be two-eyed for long.
Wait a minute. What? Why?
There is a canon Black Nick Fury, so that he looks like Samuel L. Jackson.
No, I know, but yeah. Why will his son necessarily lose an eye? Like, it's not hereditary.
So that when people pick up a comic off the shelves, he matches up with what they're reading, with what they saw in the movies.
You know what? Marvel, you're not allowed to write the comic anymore.
I'm sorry. That's Marvel's editorial philosophy. Is they always try to line up that the week that character's movie comes out, that you're going to pick up that comic and you're going to see exactly what it looked like in the movie.
No, but we haven't seen Nick Fury's son. Why does he have to lose an eye? His son? That makes no sense.
We see Nick Fury's son in the comics, is what I'm saying. And they're making him look like Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, but...
who's Nick Fury in the movies.
But there's also a comic version of Nick Fury looking like Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, that's the Ultimates version, yes. They're doing this in the 616, the normal Marvel universe, so to speak. They're actually making Black Nick Fury canon. Because real Nick Fury should be in his 90s now.
Yeah, real Nick Fury should be dead.
Yeah. Well, he has died a few times, and he's got life model decoys and that. But yeah.
I don't know, man. If Nick Fury's not the Hoff, I'm just not interested. I mean, it's got to be the Hoff. I mean, once you really got the Hoff...
Do you realize that Hasselhoff was actually legit pissed off at Marvel for not contacting him to be Nick Fury in the movies?
Dude, the Hoff was pissed off that they didn't credit him in the Berlin Wall Museum. So I would not be surprised that he got pissed off at Marvel.
And son of a bitch, I hate your dad.
What?
44 minutes and 35 seconds left to go.
Okay. It's just about like, he did nothing to you.
Yeah, he did nothing. Nothing at all. He let me down is what he did.
Yeah.
For those wondering how the phone pool is going, one of our listeners is already out. I am now out. Next up is Jamie Noguchi at 30 minutes to go. Listener Allison has the 10-minute cock block of O, and O has no call at all. We're playing
against my parents calling.
Yes.
This is kind of... It's interesting.
Yes. I'm surprised that nobody has done the Price is Right 1-minute bid. Yeah.
Oh, The Price is Right. I mean, I'm sorry if any of you watch it, but I just don't get people that watch and enjoy The Price is
That's
Right.
because you were never in college in America.
Fucking love Price is Right, man. Oh, you don't understand. In college, in America, in California, it's that added special sauce flavor of, holy fuck, I know that guy. I've had at least 3 classmates, including one of my coworkers, have shown up on Price is Right.
I guess that's why I can appreciate
I
it.
think it's a uniquely American phenomenon of just.
Yeah.
Oh no, but
I wanna
that's
go
the
to
thing.
class,
Like,
what's on? Price
I'm
is
pretty
Right.
sure more countries than just because there is a Colombian Price is Right.
Oh, wow.
There's a Colombian version.
Do they spay and neuter the cats? They're
I,
pets.
It's not Bob Barker though. Like that's the magic.
but your Price is Right is not Bob Barker either.
Well, it's Drew Carey, who's like really actually doing a good job of being fake Bob Barker.
He's kind of looking like him now, isn't he?
He's slowly absorbing Bob Barker's soul. I'm just
It's-
waiting
Yeah,
for the
Bob-
sexual
Bob-
harassment lawsuits to start.
I mean,
you know?
that's one of those guys that I see. I'm like, "Dude, you looked better fat. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not good for you. I'm pretty sure, like, you're a lot healthier now, and congratulations and all that. But damn, you looked better when you were fat because now that you're thin, you kind of look like you want to eat my soul.
Mhm.
And you probably ate Bob Barker's soul, so you can. I mean, if you can eat Bob Barker's soul, pretty sure you can eat mine. I mean,
I gotta be honest, that is an actual worry that I have with my weight loss, is that I won't look funny anymore. I don't even know why, because I don't actually have to look funny to make funny comics.
Yeah,
But every now and then, it's in the back of my head, like, man, what if I look really weird? Because
That's a
the
cognitive
jacked
disconnect
old
right
dudes, man, they
What?
look so messed up.
what? Who?
Huh?
Who looks
What?
messed up?
The jacked old dudes at my gym.
Oh yeah.
They look wrong. Especially since they're always wearing like the Muscle Beach tank tops.
That's the thing. Like, dude, I realize you're old, but like, you do realize nobody dresses like that anymore.
No.
And it's funny because they're also wearing like the whole, like they're just wearing like this Muscle Beach kind of wear, and they got this skin that's kind of like leathery. I don't know if that's something that happens when you become like this muscle infested human being.
That's more of a you spend too much time outside with your shirt off. It's the suntans over and over again that make your skin like that.
It's the cancer.
That too. Yeah.
It's the cancer what gets in you.
It's
I love that you say it with a cancer voice.
the cancer.
The cancer what does it.
You could be the official voice of cancer.
Cancer here.
Yeah, boy.
You kind of make it a PA. Kind of like,
Cancer here.
I'm
Don't
gonna
do that.
get you. It's the cancer what gets you.
And now we have a new mascot for the Scallywags Sketchcast. Ladies and gentlemen, Cancer.
How you doing?
So, Cancer, what's the deal? You and sharks, are you ever going to get along?
Fuck them sharks.
You try to, but
I'm
they
cancer,
stop
I
you,
don't
don't
get
they?
along with anybody.
What you gotta do is get yourself some lucky strikes.
Mm-mm.
I don't think they even make lucky strikes anymore.
They do.
I think they do. Yeah, I've seen them.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's just weird when you see
That's-
somebody smoking a Lucky Strike because, like, I gotta be honest. Like, I realize a lot of people listening probably smoke, and I know a lot of people smoke. But when I see a smoker, it just kind of, even though I've seen it my whole life, right now it just kind of blows my mind that people still smoke.
We're a
And
lucky
not-
strike family, and that's it.
I mean, and not because of the health. Like I'm aware that the health, like most people don't give a crap about the health. So yeah, whatever. To me, it's what really blows my mind is just how fucking inconvenient it is to smoke. Like just like all the shit you gotta deal with if you're a smoker. Like you gotta go outside and smoke like you're hiding it, like you're embarrassed.
And you're saying this as a person who lives in a country where on December 30th, if you walk outside, it's the same as walking out July 17th. Should I explain that?
You mean about the weather?
I mean, winter is coming.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, winter's not coming here, but still. Yeah. Anyway,
just not there.
So it just amazes me that people still like go outside and
well, smokers
like,
are
they're
fucking
embarrassed. I know it's a vice and it's hard to quit and all that kind of crap, but it just amazed me how inconvenient it is, and these people still smoke. Like at one point, wouldn't you be like, fuck this shit? Yeah, but you don't have to hide, and here's the kicker. Like, you go to a convention, but if somebody, like anybody, tells you, hey, please put that out, you don't have to. Like, you don't have to put out the convention, which would be weird. But
although we're seeing
some of them should be put out.
Some conventions in total. Just no more convention for you. Game Expo.
Some conventions should be put out.
Although we are starting to see it at conventions, the what is that called? The e-cigarettes or that crap?
I've seen a lot of them.
Oh yeah. Those are coming into popularity now.
It looks so stupid too. It's like, come on, guys, just put a patch on, chew the nicotine gum. Don't be all like, I'm smoking, but you can't stop me.
I don't know. I mean, just do meth like an adult. I don't know. It's just
meth.
Meth.
Oh, meth.
Yeah, but it's just weird.
It's time to cook.
Do you have any idea the popularity of meth? How much it has shot up in the past few years, courtesy of Breaking Bad?
Yeah, but I don't suppose people are doing it.
No. It's actually more people started doing it because they're like, we should try that sometime. Let's see if we break bad too.
Because I've always been under the impression that Break Bad sends a very like, this is not a good life.
No, and yet people are still that fucking dumb. You want to know how fucking dumb they are?
Well, they bring babies not babies. They bring kids to do makeup at my house. That's pretty
and spread
dumb.
the plague. Blue meth. The very pure thing that it's like, it's a key pivotal thing for Breaking Bad. So,
but it doesn't exist, doesn't it?
It doesn't exist. Caveat. It didn't exist 5 years ago.
It does.
It does now. You could make your meth as pure as it is. It's still going to be just clear, but it doesn't have any visual pop for people who are making a visual medium like a TV show. So they made this invention of blue meth, so that way you could, see it pop and say, "Oh yeah, that's the good meth." There's
that's the Heisenberg.
That's the Heisenberg. Now people are so fucking stupid. They're not only saying, "Yeah, let's try some of this meth. Let's not just try any meth. Let's get some of that blue meth." Meth dealers fucking started adding blue color dye. Blue food coloring has been added to the meth. And in the back of my head, I have this thought for a moment, and I'm thinking, and I'm remembering back to, you remember when blue M&Ms were contraband? When they were like, they stopped doing them because people were getting sick from the blue food coloring.
Yeah.
And I was actually, for a half second, thinking to myself, like, I wonder if they got the unhealthy food coloring for the blue meth. And I was actually worried about meth addicts doing something unhealthy.
Look at you.
Yeah. I had to stop and think, like, that's just fucking stupid, Darren.
Let's
just hope that they, the best case scenario with a meth addict is they try cooking their own and they forget to turn the propane off and they just quietly blow up their trailer home and don't take anybody else out with them. I'm sorry. I grew up in an area that had a lot of meth problems. So I've actually seen, like, the really, really bad side of methamphetamine, and it's something I could actually rant about. There's a, and we can actually tie it back to your cold, though. There's a cold medicine out there that in tablet form is very, very easy to turn into methamphetamine. If you have it in gel cap form, it's very, very hard to turn into methamphetamine. So a lot of DAs try to put through laws through their various state legislators to turn the tablet form into prescription only instead of an over-the-counter medicine. Every single time they've tried to turn it into a over-the-counter medicine, I'm not over-the-counter, into a prescription again, there has been these mass robocall campaigns where a very misinformative phone call dials people up and says, look, your state legislator is trying to take your cough medicine away. If you want to be able to keep this over the counter, then call your representative right now and tell them don't support this bill. And it's fucking bullshit for two reasons. First, they're never touching the gel caps. The gel caps would always be over the counter because you can't turn those into meth very easily.
Well, not with that attitude.
And second, the tablets, you can still get them, you just have to go to your doctor and get a prescription. And if they would just pass that type of bill through nationwide, our meth problem would drop 90%.
Well, not in defense of meth addicts, but if, like, I have a cold right now, and the last thing I want to do is go to the doctor. Like, I know I don't need to go to the doctor. It's just a cold. I'm not going to go to the doctor for this.
And what type of medicine are you getting, though?
No.
Are you getting those powdery tablets, or are you getting the gel caps?
Well, I did use Advil. I'm not taking anything today, but I did use Advil, and it was a gel cap.
Yeah. Okay, first off, you're not actually using an amphetamine, and second off, you're using the gel cap, so it doesn't affect you.
But I can still get the powdery ones. I just think the gel caps are better.
And I'm going to remind myself that we do have a show rule that even if you say the powdery ones, we will not make obvious Colombian jokes on the Sketchcast.
You would
tee that one up.
You would disappoint me greatly if you did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought you were better than that, Dern.
Yes, I'm much better than that. Are we seeing Leatherback on Jamie's screen?
This is the Great Pumpkin.
The Great Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Ah.
Because you've never seen it, so I figured I would. This is why, because Charlie Brown and his friends would go insane if they saw the Great Pumpkin.
Okay, I was getting a slight Leatherback vibe, although the wings off the back didn't make sense to me, and I was also kind of seeing the lion turtles from Avatar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, although not a lion turtle I would want to get any sort of bending power from.
I went veggie bending.
Have either of you guys been watching Legend of Korra this season?
I have been watching nothing.
It's disappointing.
I can't quite put my finger on what is disappointing on it.
Oh, you are disappointed too?
It's not as good. But here's the problem.
Genuinely surprising.
To me, it's still the first season of this show. Like, they still, in my opinion, they're still laying the groundwork, building the world, and they're being smart in they're not relying on their past world. They're actually trying to build a new world. But
did you see?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the where she met the first Avatar?
Yeah, with the past world. I was actually kind of fascinated by that, except for that it was Avatar Aladdin.
Yeah, but those were the best episodes of this season, and it pissed me off because it was like, well, you guys know how to write characters that are interesting. Why aren't you doing this with Korra?
Mm-hmm.
She's been acting like an asshole this entire season.
Yeah, Korra is a problematic character.
Yeah, and why bother with the first season? Because it's like it's a completely different character. Like, the first season was about her being kind of a brat and getting over that. And then this season started up and she's kind of a brat again. So, like, you punted. It's like the first season never happened. And now finally they're doing some more development with her. I just saw the latest episode, and they do some stuff with her. Now she's not such a jerk, but, like, I feel like they wasted so much time.
I get that a lot of it isn't even. I don't want to blame them too much for this because they're kind of getting jerked around in terms of being told how many episodes they're going to get to have. and they want to do something, and so they put so much effort into it. They ended the first season too soon. Like, they basically, it was like somebody off stage was waving their hands at them, going, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. And they wrapped it up too quickly. And now they had to rebuild the big bads, give her something, like they gave her superpowers that were needed to beat a big bad without slowly developing other big bads to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first Avatar with Aang, he had the ability of just, first his big bad was Zuko, then it was just the Fire Nation itself, and then it was revealed that the Fire Lord was going to, Sozin was going to become superpowered himself, along with the Fire Nation. So the stakes were constantly raising as he was constantly gathering power.
Yeah.
Yeah. With Korra, they only gave her one step of power to gain until they added the spirit step this time out, which I like the concept of it. It's just the execution of it has felt a little bit off. Some people have pointed out that it's the acting of the animation is not quite as strong yet. And
I don't know about that.
I've had some of the voice acting lines just fall dead flat for me, too. And then the trifecta that hurts for me the most is sometimes it feels like the writing is just not as sharp as Last Airbender was, and that is, and I've noticed this from the beginning, is that Aaron Ehas was one of the head writers of Last Airbender, and he hasn't been involved at all in Legend of Korra.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's not one of the creators of Avatar, but he has all the major episodes of Last Airbender are Aaron Ehas written, and he was the head of all scripts. And without him on the team,
suffering.
Without him on the team, I think that's a big knock against them. And yeah, it's some subtleness of the acting needs to be tweaked up a little bit better. But at the same time, if I look back at Last Airbender, it's good in the first season. It's fucking great in the second and third season.
Well, that happens with most series anyway.
Yes. And
first season is while they're kind of getting a hang of it, and they still don't know if it's gonna happen again or whatever. For the second season, I hate and love watching pilots of shows because they're always so awkward.
Oh yeah, where it's just you're waiting for that chemistry to kick in, and
But if you're telling me that
then
Korra hasn't been able,
yeah,
I've been curious about that show. Tell me about it.
Okay, Shield.
I mean, I've been looking for a show to watch, and that was one of my possibilities.
Shield is not it.
Because I've been watching Sleepy Hollow, and I watch it, like, I don't miss it, but I'm very much aware that it sucks.
Yeah. What, Sleepy Hollow, or?
Yeah, Sleepy Hollow, the show.
I think I've heard the reviews on that one that it kind of, like, joyfully sucks, that it's enjoyable to watch.
Yeah. I mean, like, you're aware that it's very bad, but you kind of enjoy it. Yeah, that's why I feel with it.
Yeah, Jamie, share with us your opinion of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well, so they're trying really hard to make you care about the two leads that they've set up, and they're just not up to it. Like,
they're not Coulson, and not the Cavalry.
Yeah, it's what's his name? Sky and Agent Ward.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to pass them off as the leads, so they spend a lot of time like dealing with their shit, and they're just not interesting characters, and they're irritating and they're annoying, and they have no chemistry with each other, and they're trying to hang a show on them. Like, you want to spend more time with Coulson, you want to spend more time with Fitzsimmons, the two nerds, you want to spend more time with Wen's character, Melinda May, but the show won't let them do that, so they try to put these two as our heroes, and they're not good enough, and as a result, everything that they're trying to do just falls flat because they have to spend so much time building them up.
I would say no on more Fitzsimmons. I've got about the daily recommended allowance of those two. If I get too much more than them, I think that would break them because they're very two-dimensional characters to begin with, and they're more or less the same character.
Okay, but the real question here is, do you see it coming back for another season?
Well, it's already been
it's already been greenlit for another season, so
it's greenlit for a full season. I don't think it's gotten a second season yet.
Because that's the thing. I mean, a lot of times these shows just need a season to kind of pick up some steam. Like there's so many shows that you just watch, and the first season it just sucks.
Mm-hmm. The only way I see this show getting drastically better is more Melinda May, more Agent Coulson. Agent Ward has to die.
Yeah.
Like, that has to be that shocking wedge inside of the team, that white bread Agent McAgent, who's seriously, everything he does, it would be believable to have Coulson doing it at the same time.
Yeah.
So take him off the cast because you don't need a second white male action lead. Swap him out and give us a superhero field agent. Get us somebody with just a barely visible power. Like they fucking cock teased us with Luke Cage. They kept showing from the pilot episode a black guy with very urban dress and superpowers that were pretty much analog with what Luke Cage does. And spoiler, that wasn't Luke Cage. That was not Hero for Hire Power Man. They fucking had him reading the classified ads looking for a job to be hired out, maybe as a hero, until they finally reveal his name to be not Luke Cage. Couldn't tell you what his name was. No. So I got livid at that point. I'm like, they better not do this to us. They better not do this to us. They did it to us. And in the back of my head, what I was calling it is I was calling it Birds of Prey syndrome. You guys remember the Birds of Prey TV series?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
I was so on board. I was so ready for that show because, in my opinion, it's, at that time at least, this is pre-Dark Knight, or pre-Batman Begins, was that Batman didn't need another movie, he needed another TV series, because he works great as a TV serial. Police procedural with Batman as the lead? Fuck yeah, sign me up. If we're going to do Birds of Prey, fuck it, close enough. But when the villains kept showing up and they were almost DC characters, it was like, well, this guy is Clayface. No, that's not Clayface. Well, this guy is... No, not... And had they actually used the characters and sort of playfully foreshadowed them, that would have been interesting for me.
DC's always had a problem of being ashamed of their nerddom.
Yeah, but now Marvel's doing it too. So far, we have seen barely 2 actual comic references in the entire series, and we're at, what, 5 or 6 episodes in now? We've seen Gravitron, and really we've seen his hand. That's it. And he's probably... I doubt they're ever going to have that payoff. Because...
I don't think they're going to have time,
Yeah. And then second, we got to see Scorch, and who the fuck knows about Scorch? He's a 1990s Iron Man villain that has not been used very much since.
And not anymore.
Well, yeah. The nice thing is they did change the ethnicity of Scorch. He was a white bread, and they actually allowed a person of color to be on the show with that. Yeah, I have complained about the it's such a white cast. I mean, it's I keep forgetting Melinda May's actress's name. I know it.
Mina Wen.
Thank you. And oh, by the way, she's fucking amazing in Stargate Universe, and I'm still sad to this day that show doesn't seem to be coming back. But that was great sci-fi. I fucking love that show because everybody fucking hated each other and wanted to strangle each other because they were stuck on a spaceship in the middle of nowhere, and everybody was up in everybody's business. You don't magically get along when that happens. You get pissed off.
Mm-hmm. You especially.
Yeah, dude. Seriously. But in this case, Melinda May was the only... I didn't realize there are actually 2 minority cast members because Super Hacker Chick is also apparently half Chinese.
Oh, is she?
Yeah,
But she's so boring.
she's so boring, and that's ultimately she's pretty. I'll give her that.
Jamie, seeing that you're Asian, could you say she's so boring, but with a very cliched Asian accent? Because I mean, if we say it, it's horrible, and it's
I
very.
could, but I won't, because that's dumb.
Thank you, Jamie.
Dude, I mean, when you just said she's so boring, I just wanted to hear it.
She is. She's terribly boring. Her superpower is being completely uninteresting.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about Stargate Universe here, or
No. We're talking back on Shield.
because I watched parts of Stargate Universe and I couldn't remember that character.
There wasn't a hot hacker chick in Stargate Universe.
Yeah, that's why I was here. Like, what? I don't remember that.
I don't know. It's just her. They need to just throw her in prison. Like, they're done with her. She's a failure. They need to make some of those cuts.
Like prison for failed characters.
Well, she's also
Or something.
She has a shady past.
Oh.
And I'm like, there's nothing about your past that's going to make you more interesting to me, unless Melinda May turns out to be your mom. That's your only chance. And I would love it if Melinda May was the mom and she fucking knows it the entire time. It's like,
that would be awesome.
That's my daughter. I was kind of hoping that she'd get her ass back in that van and live the life of a homeless wannabe hacker. She keeps following me. Son of a bitch.
That would be really cool. It's not going to happen, but that would be awesome.
So wait a minute. This is a homeless hacker?
No,
Oh,
a homeless.
Because I was just about to say that doesn't sound boring at all.
Hacktivist. They keep saying that like it has any meaning.
Because I thought I thought for a moment that you were saying that this character was a homeless hacker. Like that actually
She was
kind of
a
interesting.
homeless.
I'd watch
She was
that.
their version of what is it? Their version of Anonymous is
Anonymous.
called the Rising Tide,
Yeah.
and so she's one of them.
Okay.
Anonymous is more or less one of the villainous organizations they have, and then they have probably not AIM, and
Oh, I want it to be AIM.
gosh, but that's the thing. We've already seen AIM in the movies. If they are going to get to play with AIM, they should just fucking call it AIM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've also seen Extremists. So I mean, this version of Extremists doesn't seem to be stable.
Yeah.
But in the movies, it is stable. Or did I get that wrong?
They basically used a shotgun approach in the movies to get it to be stable, and even then, they were still blowing up.
Okay,
So-
this
so it's
is
maybe
kind of boring me. So I
Okay.
watched Thor 2 yesterday.
Oh, shut up, man! I'm actually hoping to see it this weekend,
It's
like a week from now. We don't get it till Friday.
what?
The U.S. does not get Thor 2 until Friday. No. This is not the most ironic comic book movie release ever. When you fucking got Captain America before America did, that was ironic.
But still.
Wait, so
Yeah.
you've already seen Thor?
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
Okay, can you give us a no-spoiler review of it?
I can. Okay. Thor 2. Tremendously satisfying.
How many hammers do you give it?
How many hammers?
No, I don't like kind of scoring movies. I'll say
How hard of a boner?
it was. I only have a couple of gripes with the movie. Nothing that is actually objective. Just kind of like, I wanted them to pay more attention to this or that character because I like them, not technically because the movie needed them. But
I'm sure a lot of us wanted the first one to be the story of Heimdall.
It's it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. The villain of the movie, at first, I wasn't entirely sold on him, but he grew on me throughout the movie. So, yeah.
You just described his Doctor Who fan base, yes.
Which I am actually part of. Remember, I've always told you that's my favorite.
Eccleston is the dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not spoilers. That's IMDb.
He's in the movie. He's in the movie, which is kind of funny because I was like halfway through the movie, I was like, "Who is that? Who is that? I know who that is. Who is that? Who is that?"
It's Destro.
that face is so familiar. Who is that? And eventually, yeah, I kind of figured it out. But yeah, I mean, at first I wasn't crazy about him, but he kind of grows on you throughout the movie. The character Thor is way better in this movie than in the first one, because I thought in the first one he was kind of annoying at times.
Well, he was an annoying prick. That was his character growth.
Yeah,
Did they actually respect that character growth?
Yeah. He's matured, and he is, and Loki is friggin' awesome in this movie. He is just amazing. That's pretty much all I can say about the movie itself. It's yeah.
Okay, we're coming up at about the 13-minute mark, which means that Jamie Noguchi is officially out of the phone call interruption pool. Yes, we're down to the listener call of 10 minutes, and Jamie and O's unshakable faith in his father of he will not call.
Yeah.
Unshakable.
I think I'm gonna win. I'm feeling like a winner today.
A winner!
Yeah.
That's the cough medicine. And possibly the meth.
Oh, yeah.
And cancer.
Jamie, you should speak like that more often.
I'm a winner. Bleh.
You gotta die of something.
Hey, nobody ever talks about cancer's winning statistics.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
God, that winning streak.
So, Jamie, yesterday you actually were involved in a fundraiser to fight cancer, actually.
Yeah, for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah. So that makes me not feel as bad. I'm still laughing at...
Come on, it's not. We're not really
cancer.
doing anything horrible. It's not we're telling people we're glad you have cancer or anything.
No.
We're just... And besides, laughter is the best medicine.
True.
Except for cancer, because laughter won't cure cancer.
Nah.
Only horrible radiation.
Good times.
I thought of so many jokes I just cannot say. Just wow! It was like my mind sort of decided, like, you know what? You're not a good person. Let's just think of these jokes.
Yes.
And it just went that way.
Jamie, I think, well, actually, the organization that you were working with yesterday was Super Art Fight, which is one of your creations. Honestly, we're at 11 minutes to go in the Sketchcast, so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to talk about Super Art Fight on a later broadcast with you, because you're going to be back on the show. Deal with it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
I think we have you signed up for like 5 more shows at this point. Something is pretty redonk, if I do say so.
Redonk.
It's because I'm close.
4 more shows. We have you lined up for 4 more shows this year, yes. Yeah, we're going to work you.
Work it out, Jamie.
Work it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love you, Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
I love you sexually.
Thanks, guys.
Well,
No, I really love you sexually. Like I think
he does.
I'd definitely go for some like Jamie poking.
He has drawings of you. He puts them out, and then he tapes them to the ceilings of hotel rooms when we're out at shows. And it's really awkward because O and I usually share a bed when we're on the road.
Oh, but I make Dern look.
Mm-hmm.
I force him to look. Not at me, by the way.
No.
I force him to look at the picture.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
awesome.
Look at it. Look at it.
Are either one of you guys doing anything right now?
Sure.
Hmm?
Are you even looking?
Yeah, I'm okay. Now I see your cursor, and it's really you guys are not making the time limit be any factor at all, are you?
Well, you
Yeah, I'm
draw
almost
for
done.
the time you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's part of it's what we do.
Yeah.
90 minutes is like forever for an art fighter.
I know. Yeah. I was kind of curious to see what would actually get done in these sketches, and you guys are setting the bar ridiculously high, so that's good. We will embarrass many a talented artist on this show.
Definitely. No, you just gotta working with a time limit is important for aspiring artists everywhere. You can't take as long as you want. You have to actually be fast, and I give this advice to my students a lot. It kind of disappoints them when I tell them. But yeah, you do have to learn to work with time. You do have to learn to be fast, and unfortunately, it's all about practice. So no, actually not unfortunately, just that's the way it is. It's all about practice. So
deadlines, they are highly motivating.
well, it's oh, you're a runner. You probably know a lot about improving your time. Basically, it's a matter of, okay, you got to start working on improving your time, like purposefully trying to make better time.
Right.
Otherwise, you're always going to take the same. And, if you're an artist and you're taking like 3 days to do an art piece, it's really no good to anybody. Like, nobody's going to, you can't.
I'm now picturing you just standing next to Michelangelo, who's up on the scaffolding, broken back, doing the Sistine Chapel. You're just like, no, too long, Mikey, too long.
Too long, Mikey.
Well, look at Leonardo. Leonardo da Vinci made. Well, I'm not very accurate on the amount because I'm pretty sure I'm going to say this, and somebody is going to comment that that's a misconception or that's not true or whatever. I don't care. Leonardo da Vinci supposedly only managed to finish 16 paintings in his lifetime. I mean, granted, he invented a lot of stuff.
Did a few other things.
Yeah. So good for him. Like, it's not like he wasted all his time, but he definitely wasn't the most prolific painter that you could think of. So
well, Donatello kept showing up and saying, "Fuck your shit, Leo."
Wait a minute. So in the Jamie Noguchi O dynamic, I'm Donatello.
Would you rather be Raphael? I'm really just gonna go with a Ninja Turtle, just so you know.
Okay, so it has to be one of those four?
Yeah.
And I can't be Leonardo because we gave that to Jamie because he's the guest.
Well, yeah, you got fucked your shit.
So we gave the best turtle to Jamie, just because he's the guest.
I will agree to that.
You will what?
Oh shit, are we 3-0 in favor of Leo on this podcast?
Yeah.
No, I'm a Mikey fan. I like Leo because of the sword, but I'm a Michelangelo fan because he's a jack.
Jamie's on mute. Okay. Yeah, so we're 3-0 in favor of Leonardo. That's pretty cool. Okay.
Don't do that. Don't do that to our guests, man. No, don't do that to our guests. I know we're close to Jamie. I know he's
Jamie, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you mute me?
No, I would never do that. Gosh, that would be such a dick thing to do. Wow.
By the way, if I am forced to keep things PG or PG-13 or whatever next week, you are not allowed to mute our guests.
But I can still mute you. Okay, well, moving on.
Yeah, you can mute me because I'm not a guest.
We are the worst hosts ever. That's what we are.
I'm not.
Oh, gosh.
I'm not. I didn't mute Jamie. I've been nothing but sexually attracted.
Aggressive?
Yeah, to Jamie, which
creepy.
I'm pretty sure he enjoys.
Mm-hmm.
Don't lie, Jamie. Why do you don't deny us? He knows he wants me.
And now you've become Robin Thicke.
Ew.
Yeah, because we're not tired of that song or anything.
No.
Yeah, under no reason.
We're down to 4 minutes and change to go. Let's look at the clock, because I'm sure people actually want to look at the clock instead of your art. That is a total misnomer. All right, switching back over to the
Hold on just
pumpkin.
a second.
Sorry, what? Yeah. Did we just lose Jamie? We lost Jamie.
Okay. We lost Jamie?
Yeah.
Damn it, he was so much better than you.
Yeah, he pretty much said just, fuck your shit. He's walking away.
No, there he is.
Oh, now he's good enough for us. Okay. I'm sorry. Was there a craving in the house that needed to be taken care of?
Yeah.
Actually, you'd tell us if you suddenly had to go to the hospital, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Like, you can leave the Sketchcast if
like
if
she's
that
waiting
type
for
of
me
call
right
comes.
now.
Like, yeah, her water broke 20
who
minutes
cares?
ago, but I got this sketch to finish, and it's looking pretty bitchin'. So this has to happen.
By the way, Jamie, the show is just about to end, and I can't believe I'm the one to say this because I'm normally not the one to say this. But please plug your shit. Tell us about what you're up to and what you want to plug.
Oh, let's see. I just do a webcomic every week.
Wow. You're a fascinating man, Jamie Noguchi.
Yellow Peril,
Yeah.
which, if O was paying attention, we gave a massive plug to in the first 20 minutes.
Yes, I know. I was expecting him to be doing something else. I was expecting him to say like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this and check this out," and no, he just.
You are
Yeah,
also
check out
the
my
creator
webcomic.
of 7 other webcomics right now, if I'm estimating that correctly, and a video game.
Yeah.
I love your side projects. Like, you actually just kind of work with them, and then when something's together enough, then it just happens.
Yeah.
Because you do have the dumpling-based webcomic that is keeping an update schedule right now, right?
Well, yeah, that one is a copy-paste one, so that breaks one of O's rules.
I think that specific webcomic doesn't really count for that rule because I always imagine. I mean, I don't know if this is true or not, but I always just imagine that it's like you in your office, and suddenly you come up with something that you want them to say, and you just make them say it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, I never really saw it as you actually sitting down and doing the whole process of drawing and like the whole comic thing. And no, I just saw it as you just, wouldn't it be nice for dumplings to say this or that?
Yeah.
Especially because a lot of times it is kind of like just this very kind of feel-good kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to... I got like 3 things to say, and I'm looking at the clock counting down as it goes. We're on the last 90 seconds. Everybody seems to be wrapping up what they got, just doing little details here. I do want to ask you an art question real quick. You decided to edit a good deal of this. You had some woodland animals at one point.
Yes, I had some killer bunnies.
Killer bunnies?
Yeah, I had some killer bunnies on the image, and I decided that there was not going to be enough time to make them. It would take about another half hour to put bunnies into the image, so I just decided, they can't.
Ladies and gentlemen, O likes to kill bunnies.
Actually, it was going to be killer bunnies, not dead bunnies. The bunnies...
But you killed the bunnies from the art.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Bunny killer.
Yeah, I was just going to be killer bunnies, and I killed them from the art.
Then the other thing I want to point out is that it is now, and I got this wrong while we were setting up tonight's show, it is now 9:38 for all members of the Sketchcast, courtesy Daylight Savings Time. That means we have webcomic updates due for at least 3... what day does Dumplings update?
Tuesdays and Thursday.
Okay, so we have 3 different pages of webcomic going live in about 2.5 hours. How are we doing on those?
I have to finish penciling and inking a panel, but then I'm pretty much done, so...
Mm-hmm.
You bastards are taking away from that.
Oh, hey, and then that is time. And that is an annoying beep in my ear. Can I just shut that off and then accidentally show that instead? Okay. Alrighty. Let's take a look really quickly at Jamie. Jamie, let's take us through your piece.
So it's my interpretation of the Great Pumpkin from Peanuts, I guess. You never get to see it, so I figured it would be horrifying and scary. So.
And do we have a tiny Linus losing his mind there in the foreground?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's kind of like teenage Linus.
That he's just not given up on it for that long.
Or
maybe
he
it's
sees that he should have.
Yeah, it's old Linus, like from his waning years, and he finally sees the Great Pumpkin and regrets it horribly.
Mm-hmm. And take us through your charming stroll through a swamp here.
Okay. You do realize your screen says Minicam, right?
Yes, but no one can see that.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I decided to go with a very kind of classic Halloween feel. I absolutely love trees and drawing trees, so I just wanted to do a kind of spooky tree with a hangman. It's a very classic Halloween image. That makes no sense, by the way, because I wonder how the skeleton is keeping it together there.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I just wanted to go with something kind of like the form of Halloween that I like the most, which is not so much terrifying, but kind of spooky fun.
Mm-hmm.
A very, kind of like it's spooky stuff, but not presented in a very terrifying manner, but more like a fun and amusing manner. So that's what I went for, and yeah.
Interesting. Okay. We'll take one quick moment to ask the audience if they have any final questions, and because there's the delay, I'll check in with some other questions there. We were mentioning earlier that the time it helps you guys draw to a certain period of time. You also can, to some extent, the deadline helps you create, and we're all webcomic creators. Does the buffer or no buffer? Does the buffer help the creative process or hurt it?
Oh, you gonna go first with that, Jamie?
Yeah, well, I mean, unless you're doing a topical comic that's like social commentary on current events, I don't think a buffer would hurt. I just don't know if a buffer is realistic.
The mythical buffer. Will you ever be able to hunt again?
Well, like if you're, I mean, because when I launched, I had like 3 months of buffer, and I don't think it hurt my process, but gradually that got eaten away with other stuff. But yeah, I mean, unless you're doing a comic that's current events or like if you're doing a gaming comic and you want to do commentary on games that are current, you pretty much have to do it like week to week, day to day.
Okay.
So.
Well, I used to not be in favor of buffers for a very long time until we finally got a buffer. Remember at one point last semester we had about a month-long buffer at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And holy crap, I loved it. It was just so awesome to have a buffer. And it actually helped my creative process because it just, I mean, you really have the time to just sit down and think about what your next move was going to be and not really worry about that it has to be done by tomorrow. Because that would happen to me a lot when I was doing commissioned on a kind of gag a strip kind of thing, and it was just done the day before, that if you sat down and you didn't have an idea for a comic, you would just stress out, and that really doesn't help the ideas flow any better. But when you have a buffer, you're thinking about it and you're relaxed, so the ideas just flow. Right now with commissioned, we don't really have a buffer, but because we got another project that we can't talk about.
We have a script buffer, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, good for you.
I'm saying we know where it's going, so we don't have to desperately think. We just have to, do the mindless drawing stuff.
Well, it's kind of funny that I've... No, it's kind of weird.
I can't believe I got that through. Okay.
It's kind of weird to me that there are still people that think that digital illustration is just kind of like you telling the computer what you want, and the computer does it. I don't know if Jamie ever gets this.
No, I mean, I do most of my stuff analog still, so...
So he's a real artist.
Yeah.
I mean, you still get the people that are like, oh, digital, so that's easy. You just tell the computer what to do, and it does it for you. And you're like, fuck you. So, if it were that easy that I just put in our buffered script into Photoshop and it draws the comics, that would be awesome. No.
Wasn't there there's a Facebook app now that you can just
Hate it.
Bit comics.
bit
They're
strip.
fucking plague. Yes, bit strips. That's right.
It is so annoying. But there's a way to block it. You can just block that shit.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring this episode of the Sketchcast to a close. Final thoughts from Jamie.
Halloween is awesome.
Ando?
I would like to submit that the most awesome thing in today's Sketchcast was cancer. And cancer voice.
Cancer.
That's right, Sketchcast is brought to you by Cancer. All right, closing things up, I am Dern J. Gendron. My Pokemon team is now officially ready to battle, so I will be destroying people on my 3DS this week. Jamie Noguchi is our lovely guest and creator of Yellow Peril comic, which you can read at ypcomic.com. And Obscenely Abnormal has again managed to figure out how to draw a skeleton, just because you cannot literally stop him ever from drawing a skeleton. And you can read his comic at commissioncomic.com or hellowithcheese.com.
Our comic, lover. Our comic.
I was just humbly pretending like I don't write either, as do a lot of our commenters. And that's it for this week.
Don't read comments, dude.